Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports. Tonight we are on location from St. Louis Park on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's, where we are bringing you Metro West Conference Volleyball featuring the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights coming in with a 5-5 record, taking on the Robbinsdale Cooper Hawks coming in with a 1-8 record. This is a conference matchup as are all games this year in the pandemic season of 2020. I am Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. We're streaming on YouTube and we're about ready to begin here. Very cold outside, 23 chilly degrees, but it's nice and warm in here at the gymnasium at Benilde-St. Margaret's. And again, I'm glad you're with us. Benilde, we just saw a match with them against St. Louis Park about a week ago, and Benilde has some nice players, and in their starting lineup, it will feature Alexis Brixius, number 9, Lily Eigner, number 10, Emily Tholen, number 13, Anna Lervik, 14, Shelby Scott, 15, Josie King, number 17, and Sierra Lumpkin. And we're still have a bit of a delay here. Looks like we're about ready to begin, and that is number 2, Savannah Ballard, a captain and a sophomore, off to start it off for the Cooper Redhawks, and that is a nice kill shot attempt by number 10, Lily Eigner. Cooper cannot handle it, and point number 1 goes to Benilde, just underway here on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Benilde comes in with a record of 5-5, so they're very competitive in the Metro West as Cooper does a nice job getting that back over the net, and struggling with the bump is number 3, Faith King, senior captain for Cooper, giving the Red Knights a 2-0 lead here. And back to serve, number 14, that's Anna Lervik, the sophomore. There she is. And she'll go with the jump serve, no spin on that ball. Cooper handles it, and they saw the nice opening. What a play, heads-up play by the Cooper player. I think that was number 2 right there on your screen, if I'm not mistaken. Savannah Ballard, yeah, there she is. She saw the soft spot right there, and a little slow on the uptake there. Number 14, Anna Lervik, did not recognize that soft spot. So a point for Cooper and the serve, and what a kill shot by Eigner. Unable to handle it again. That was Ballard who just got that last point. If we look at Eigner go to the service line to serve, and what a big time kill shot that was by number 10, Lily Eigner. And now she'll serve with a 3-1 lead here. Gets it to the back row. Forwarding shot blocked at the net, and alongside each other, number 25, Erica Lee, and number 17, Josie King, combined to get that block right there. And it looked like Josie King on the right there got it. You can tell by her reaction that she was the one that got that ball. Nice job by Josie King. 4-1 Benilde early on here. Kill shot attempt. What a shot by number 13, Lamaya Holmes, the junior. And boy, she had that measured perfectly. Just getting it in the corner. Great camera work there. Now that is number 1 to serve, Morgan Ukestad, a sophomore. And her serve going for that same corner. Unable to hit it though, just wide right. Giving the point and the opportunity to serve to Benilde. They're up 5-2, and back to serve, that's number 25, Erica Lee, and into the net it goes, unforced error. Giving a 3rd point to Cooper, so they're hanging tough here despite their 1-8 record. And back to serve, number 12, Lamaya Irons. Same first name as number 13, Lamaya Holmes, but they spell their names differently, which I find very interesting. And she gets that serve in, and now Shelby Scott gets the kill shot. Nice save by Cooper. Here comes Benilde. Josie King brings the heat, and she finds that back left corner, getting the 6th point right there. Perfect time jump, big time shot, deep in the court. And now she'll get a chance to serve, coming off that nice kill shot with a 3-point lead, 6-3. That's Josie King, the senior captain. Nice play there by Ukestad in the back row for Cooper. And now number 13 found her range again. Lamaya Holmes, L-A-M-Y-A Holmes, gets that nice kill shot going to that same corner. So that's her range, folks. Watch her, just nice and relaxed, easy does it, balanced. You don't have to kill the ball. to be effective, and she demonstrated that perfectly. And now she'll serve, jump serve, goes to that same corner. That's where she likes to go, and that's 3 points in a row for Lamaya Holmes. Going to that same corner, and she's got a nice smile on her face. She must be feeling it. And she's now brought her team within 1 point here on the road at Benilde. Not a huge crowd here. Hopefully a lot of you are watching home, live streaming on YouTube. If you are, we're glad you're with us as Holmes goes for that right side. So Benilde's gonna have to get on with that, but they do get the point back. Nice play there by Benilde, gets a 7-5 lead, but a nice run there for Lamaya Holmes, number 13 for Cooper. Keeping her team within 2 points, and now back to serve the prolific number 9, Alexis Brixius. Gets it to the back row to Holmes, and there is a net violation, I think, called on Savannah Ballard, the sophomore for Cooper, giving a 3-point lead, 8-5, Brixius to serve again. And she takes a position right in the middle of the court, rather on the far corner, and that ball gets in the deep row, but Holmes saves it. Now the bump by number 13, that's stolen. Eigner gets it over, but not with much authority. Now a chance for Cooper, blocked at the net by Scott. Number 15, I believe, got her hands on it. Shelby Scott, there she is. And it is always a great smile when you get a good point in volleyball. Let's see here. Yep, Shelby Scott got it there on the left side. And Cooper could not recover. Now they're struggling there as well, and a point goes to Benilde. 10-5 here early on. Game 1, they play a best of 5, and Alexis Brixius, number 9, the senior captain, on a roll here from the service line. And she takes that very middle, almost more shaded to the left side of the court, and she finds the corner along the line, threading the needle, so to speak, getting them a 6-point lead, just nice and easy, and she just directed it, and they let that go. Poor judgment there along the sideline. Got to protect those lines, I would say. 11-5 now. She goes deep. Nice bump there by Morgan. Eekstead now on the far side. That's number 3, King, gets it over. Now a chance for Benilde. Scott bumps it over. Eekstead with the bump. Now it's got to get back over by 3, King, and she does. Now here comes Benilde. Eigner will take the kill shot, and it goes off Holmes off the back row. And that's now 12-5. Alexis Brixius will serve again. And here, look at that nice set by number 14, Anna Lervik, the sophomore. Really set that up nicely for Lily Eigner. Now we have a timeout on the court. I didn't see who took it, but my guess is it's probably Cooper. Their coach is Tiara Russell. And her team was hanging tough there for a while. They still are just down 7 as we're approaching the midway point in game 1. Benilde needing 13 more points, but they're halfway, almost halfway there as we look at their team and their coach, Michael Becker, on the left there. Some of the players have masks, some don't. Although they are social distancing when they're sitting on the court, but there isn't a lot of social distancing going on when they're playing, so I'm not quite sure how that adds up, but nevertheless, it's good optics. And what are you gonna do? So here we are, coming out of the timeout, 12-5. Benilde off to a great start here. They're 5-5, trying to get a winning record, I think, for the first time all year. If we look at their schedule coming into it, they started out with 3 wins out of their first 4, and then they lost 3, and they've won 2 of their last 3, beating Kennedy just the other night on Monday, 3-0. So on a roll here as Benilde edges towards the section tournament at the end of the month and into December as we look at Lily Eigner. And she is a prolific kill shot artist along with Alexis Brixius. Look at her come in there with all that momentum, folks, and there's nothing Cooper can do in that back row except dive. And Alexis Brixius is on a roll here. Still serving on that back row. Now, Shelby Scott delivers the goods from the front row in the middle there. Nice set again by number 14, Anna Lervik. And This combination is having their way with Cooper so far. 14-5 is the lead. Another serve in, and that is a key thing here. And the senior experience is she's getting all those in as that goes off the I-beams or in between the I-beams. So Cooper finally answers with a shot of their own that Benilde was not able to handle. So, but that has been a long run there for Alexis Brixius and Benilde. 14-6, 8-point lead. Back to serve Maya Holmes into the net. And an unforced mental error giving Benilde 15-6 lead, and back to serve is number 13, Emily Tholen, the senior. And she takes the left portion and she goes long on that. So 2 unforced errors in a row, back to back by either team. And substitutions now checking in for Cooper. That's number 12, Lemaya Irons, and her name is spelled L-E-M-I, or it's Lemish, no, L-E-M-I-A-H-A Irons, Lemaya. That's how they pronounced it in the opening lineups. Nice serve by her. Now Eigner goes deep. Holmes keeps it in. Now is a bump and the tip shot. Nice sequence there by Cooper, but Benilde there to answer. Eigner delivers. Tough shot, goes off the curtain. Ball still alive, they play that. Now to Eigner, nice set by Lervik. And this is the best rally of the night by both teams, and Benilde mishits there. Unfortunately, Erica Lee had a little difficulty with that on that front row, but that was the best sequence back and forth action tonight as Cooper and that woman right there, Savannah Ballard, the sophomore, will serve again with the jump serve. Takes a little bit off of it. Eigner gets low to get that bump shot. Now she'll get up and take that set right back. Cooper handles the back row. And we got a violation along, I don't know if it was a double hit or a net violation, but the whistle goes against Cooper. Point goes to Benilde. They're up 16-8, now back to serve. That's number 14, Anna Lervik. And another jump serve, back row, handled by Ukstad. Now the set attempt and the kill shot attempt by Lemaya Irons, but Benilde answers. Now Eigner goes to the far right side. Nice diving save by Ukstad for Cooper. Holmes goes long on that chance. And she had some success hitting those back corners, but this time it sailed a little long on her. And that results in a point for Benilde and another service attempt for Lervik, and this time her ball goes long. And you can understand the excitement when you get a big shot there as we look at number 3, Faith King, the senior captain, to serve for Cooper, down 17-9, and she goes long. So a lack of concentration, I would submit, might be one of the reasons. Got to really focus in there, control those emotions as we look at Lily Eigner, the sophomore. And she is a talent out there. Look at that. It was nice form, although she went long as well. So all the players going long here for a stretch, giving each other points, but we inch towards the end of game number 1 as Benilde now 7 points from the victory. And that shot goes long. Nice serve by Morgan Ukstad, number 1. She's showing good game here tonight. Some nice diving saves, some good sets, and now a nice serve there as we take a look at her. And she takes that position on the far left side. And she'll come inside out there. Eigner, nice bump there. Now to Lervik and Alexis Brixius. I say save that set. That set was a little bit off the mark, a little bit towards the net. And Brixius showing some real talent here. Watch this. It gets a little close to the net. She's able just to poke it and not hit that net. Great body control by number 9, Alexis Brixius. She is a talent out there, to be sure. Now number 25, Erica Lee to serve. 6 points from the victory in game 1. Gets it to the back row. Now Ukstad gets it back. Nice save by her. Now Lervik back over her head to Josie King, who delivers a huge shot, but it's blocked at the net by Cooper's number 15, Micaiah Burnaugh. Wow, what an exchange act. Look at the power on that, but right there, actually, it might have been Holmes on the left side that got that block. But they were both there, Holmes and Burnaugh. So Cooper hanging in there. That's their 12th point. Now, Josie King delivers this time, and this time it works out for her. as she gets them to their 20th point. So time running out here for Cooper. As now Josie King, number 17, will step back to serve. Gonna try to close this out here in game number 1. She checks the sideline and then she'll serve. She stays on the court there. Bukestad decided to take that wisely, I thought. Now Holmes finds this, but Alexis Brixius there. She'll get back into chance here. Set a little bit behind her, but she still finds it. Gets it in safely to the court. Now here comes Lervik, and that's another short set. And Shelby Scott can only just try to save it there. Now the dink shot. Nice save by Tholen. Comes up from the back row. Now Brixius delivers. Nice bump by King for Cooper now. Both teams playing really well here. Now Brixius brings the heat. Bukestad saves it. Nice job by her. I can't tell you how great a play that is by Bukestad. Now Brixius brings it again and she misfires. I thought her jump was just a little bit off there. And now Cooper at 13, down 7 and back to serve, number 13, Maya Holmes. Trying to hang in there, scrape their way back into this. Nice serve, and she finds the line. That is her 4th one tonight. Coming right down the line. That is her play there. And now they're within 6. Get the ball back to her, and now I think Benilde's gonna take a timeout here. Coach Michael Becker wanting to talk it over, and I don't think that's such a bad idea here as Cooper on a bit of a run of their own, trying to get back into this match. So for a couple of reasons, number 1, to talk over a few things that maybe he could see from the sideline as we look at the fans there. They got these carnation red and white necklaces. I saw them in a box. I don't know if they're giving them out for free, a promotion as it were. So if you're watching at home and you want to come on down, there's plenty of room available, and I think there's plenty of those carnation necklaces available. Yeah, they look kind of nice out there, huh? Everyone in their masks for the most part. Yep, social distancing, sort of. Trying to be as safe as possible. All right, the timeout about to end. Benilde, we'll see if that thwarts the momentum. Just the timeout alone. Coach Tierra Russell's got to be happy with their Cooper team hanging in there tight. Trying to stay in this game 1, and now Lamaya Holmes, the junior, will begin serving again. See if she goes along this right near sideline. She goes deep. She's got that measured. Eigner now. Now Brixius finds. Beautiful shot by Brixius. Nice and relaxed, balanced. The set was right there. See how it's right there above her? It makes all the difference in the world. So great time out there taken by Becker. Not only does he thwart the momentum that Cooper had going, he gets a point, and now he arguably has his best player serving in Alexis Brixius to close this out. Last time she served, she rattled off at least 5 to 10 points somewhere along there. But then there's number 3, Faith King. And she's not done yet. There she is. Nice job by her delivering that kill shot. Block attempt by Benilde, unsuccessful. Now back to serve. Makaya Burnoff. There she is, number 15. Gets it to the middle. That is stolen. Lervik to Eigner, goes deep, and that ball gets, and it's caught in the curtain. Just see it in our camera view, just on the far side that goes all the way across. It's obviously a dividing for Phi Ed classes or what have you. But that ball is still caught up there, and I guess that's a point for Benilde. Home court advantage, and now they're 3 points from the victory in game 1. As King gets it over. And the short set, and I thought that was a little too short, as Erica King was in perfect position to kill that, but I don't think that Lervik got that high enough. I don't even think it got higher than the net itself, which makes it very difficult to execute a successful kill shot. As we look at Savannah Ballard now, the sophomore. Down 6, but Benilde has just 3 more to go here as Eigner delivers it, and that looked long to me, and it is long. So 17 is Cooper trying to scrape back into this. They have 1 win on the year, and that just came last Monday, their first win. Hopkins, they beat 3-2. And now that ball gets stuck in the net. So a bit of a highlight reel here for volleyball follies, perhaps. I don't know if it's going to get a lot of audience, but you know, we got a ball stuck in the net. I've never seen that, and then we got one in the curtain. And now back to service, Lervik. And Cooper saves it. They're playing very conservatively. And Josie King, that goes wide. Oh, they called the point to Benilde. There must have been a violation at the net by Cooper. Let's see the replay here. There's Lervik to King, and I'm looking at Cooper. And did they touch the net? I think they did. Must have been burnout, unfortunately, because that ball was sailing wide, and it would have been a point in 18-23 instead of its game point now for Benilde. Lervik behind her to King. Nice dive there by Holmes, and King gets it done from between the middle row, or about the middle row, if there is such a thing. And that is the 25th point, so Benilde wins game number 1, 25-17. Come on back for game number 2.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports production of Benilde-St. Margaret's and Robbinsdale Cooper Metro West Conference Volleyball. We just concluded game number 1 where Benilde got the better of Cooper 25-17. It was a very competitive game, despite the fact that Cooper comes in with a 1-8 record and Benilde has a much superior 5-5 record, but Benilde was able to hold on. But I expect a more competitive match here, as it appeared that Cooper started to gain their confidence about midway through game number 1. So I'm very curious to see if they will continue to be more competitive. Benilde got off to a big lead early, and then Cooper started to right the ship and play them much more competitively, even started to chip away at their lead before they ran out of time, or ran out of points, I should say. And so we're about to begin game number 2. We have a bit of a crowd. I was counting all across the way there. There's about 50 people, I would say. And they're all wearing these carnation necklaces over there, so a lot of school spirit, despite the pandemic. Glad you're with us, glad we're playing volleyball. Glad there's some sense of normalcy in the high school sports world. And we're underway here. I'm Robert Christensen, again, glad you're with us. Benilde with the serve, and now Lily Eigner with the kill shot from deep. And now the big kill shot by Faith King, and she is starting to show me some game there. Number 3 for Cooper. Quietly has some power, and that point goes to Cooper, I believe. No, they're gonna, well, sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on. Okay, so despite my watching, all right, that is a point for Benilde, 1-0, and back to serve. That's number 14, Anna Lervik, the sophomore, and their premier setter on offense. She gets it in. King with the bump. Now Cooper will have to play defense, and now King will bring the kill shot. Blocked at the net, which took the heat off that shot by Josie King, but nice job by Josie King here. Watch her go to work. Gets her arms low and swings them and brings her height and power, and she delivers 2-0 Benilde in game 2. And nice play there by number 5. That was Tramifa Mento. Now Holmes delivers. Brixius is there, however. Now King will go again, and that ball sails long. A little over anxious there, I would say. Very therapeutic, though, to hit the ball as hard as you can. And there is number 3, Faith King for Cooper. And she gets that ball to go. Little net serve there. Usually in tennis, you kind of wave to the other player going, you know, it wasn't intentional. I know I got lucky there. But luck helps. So 2-2 now, we're tied at 2. Cooper, and that ball this time, she's not so lucky. And she didn't seem to take her time to make sure she didn't make that same mistake. In fact, her ball went a little bit lower there. So not maybe quite self-aware, not quite sure, but 3-2 for Benilde. Now Eigner. Look at that serve, folks. And what a great effort to almost save it by King and also Ukstad going really low. But what a serve by Eigner, folks. She is a talent out there, just a sophomore. I look for good things from her in the volleyball court for the next 2.5 years for sure. Now Holmes goes deep. Eigner with the bump. Couldn't control it, but nice save at the net by Lervik, and that ball goes off the back row. And so Cooper, as I expected, playing Benilde tough here now. Just down 1, and now back to serve. That is Morgan Ukstad. There she is, taking that left part of the court on the service, and Tholen felt the better of having to take that, and I thought that was a wise decision. Not sure if it was going to go out or not, and I think you always want to be aggressive and hit it. Nothing worse than letting it go and having it come right in. That's an awful feeling. So 4 apiece here now. Cooper being very competitive. Eigner struggles with that from the back row, and that's not her forte back there. The coach does not substitute her out, however. She is her major thing is being able, her and Brixius, the kill shots on the front row, but they're both in the back row right now, but Josie King's in the front row, their other kill shot specialist, and that ball now goes off Benilde's back row, and they are now down 2 as Morgan Ukstad, number 1, is serving very well and with success. 2-point lead now for Cooper here in game 2. Another jump serve goes to back row. Tholen handles it. And Lervik, King saves it. What a great play by King, folks. Now she'll get in line for another one. This time Brixius takes the kill shot and she gets it to go. As she moves up from that back row position and delivers the kill shot and brings her team within 1. And now substituting in, number 19 is Danny Morgan, the sophomore, senior, I should say. She comes in for Tholen, and back to serve is number 25. That's Erica King, just a freshman. Ukstad. Now to Holmes on the set, and she finds that same spot, folks. She's got it measured. She's hit it like 6 out of 7 times, I want to say. Something 5 out of 6. And the scouting report, if you see her on the court, I would get over and guard that line and just wait for it. Try to reject it right back to them. See if they can wake up to that fact on the court. Easier to see it for me on the sideline than when you're out there. Nice serve that time by Berna, and she could not get the bump on the return. Actually, that was the Maya Irons with that nice serve, but unable to answer, as she'll now be substituted for by number 8. And I don't have a name for number 8, at least not yet. Not in the official program, looking at our archives here, so I don't know who that is. But now into serve is Molly Voss, who had a great game against St. Louis Park the other night when we were bringing you that live action. And this is her first entry into the match. And she is very good. I'm not sure why she didn't play game 1. Now Brixius gets that to go, but again, Faith King, number 3 for Cooper, continues to impress. She saves that. Now Brixius goes back for that corner. And Holmes will go to that nice side, blocked at the net. Now Lervik to Brixius, and she gets into the net. And that gives Cooper another 2-point lead at 8-6. Now Holmes back to serve. They're hanging tough here against Benilde on the road. Great volleyball action here in game 2 if you're just joining us. Eigner, difficulty handling that. Now she'll try to get it over, and that's not going to make it. So Benilde struggling here in game 2, surprisingly so. Looking to find some sort of rhythm. Moss clapping her hands as we look at number 13, Lamaya Holmes, the junior, having a great night here for Cooper. Goes deep, Eigner handles that one. Now Brixius goes back to Eigner from the back row. Look at the angle she was able to put on that, folks. But Faith King delivers from the near side, the far side. Now Brixius goes deep and she finds the line just inside the line. Look at that shot there, folks. Great camera angle. Could not get any better. Beautiful shot by Alexis Brixius, and now she'll serve. She scored a lot of points on serve. She checks the sideline and she'll give it a go from middle of the court, and that ball sails long. Uncharacteristic, unforced error by Brixius. Will give the service and the point back to Cooper, and they've got a 3-point lead, their largest of the game and of the night here in game 2. And that is Micaiah Burnoff, senior captain, to serve. Waits for the whistle, now they're ready to go. That ball goes deep, just long. So 2 unforced errors in a row, consecutively by both teams. Bernau will have a seat. Checking in is Morgan Ukestad in the back row. And we'll take a look at number 13, Emily Tholen, in to serve for the Red Knights, and that goes into the net. That's 3 unforced errors in a row. 2 by Benilde, 1 by Cooper. Very cold night out there, uncharacteristically, 23 degrees? I think it's gonna be into the teens. We're not even at mid-November yet. But it's warm in here. Great volleyball action. That's number 2 to serve, Savannah Ballard, the captain. Now, Lurvik decided to try to do a little trickery there, and it didn't work out. Cooper just couldn't execute there, unfortunately, for number 12, Lamaya Irons. Couldn't get it to go, so now the lead is 2 for Cooper. Back to serve is Lurvik, and now to check in, there's Josie King, number 17. She'll come in for Voss. And she'll be the go-to person along with Eigner right there, taking a deep breath. So they're working hard out there, folks. And now King, Faith King this time, and the call goes against Benilde. I think there was a net violation as we're looking at that near official. Made the call right there in your lower part of your pictures. We look at Faith King now. And she goes deep, and that goes off Brixius. So I'm sensing a little lack of intensity, a little lack of intentional fortitude here, just concentration on that bump shot. So Faith King now with a 4-point lead, the largest for Cooper. And I have a fear here for Benilde as they're having a hard time executing, but just as I say that, they do get that point. But they find themselves down 3 points here. They have a superior record there at home. They've won 2 of their last 3. They clearly have more talent, but right now they find themselves down 3. And that dig shot, nice save by number 14, Anna Lurvik. And that ball goes off the back I-beam, and it'll be nice save there collectively. Ballard gets it over. Now no, that's Erica King with the kill shot attempt. Blocked in the back row by Faith King. Ukestad gets it over. Great rally here. Now Eigner from the back row, she'll take a shot at it. Ukestad gets it. Now to Holmes, she'll come to the near side, Eigner. Lurvik, Brixius, the kill shot, and she finds her range on that one. What a great sequence there for Benilde. And here is Lurvik, and look how she gets that set way up there, nice and high. I play a little tennis, and it's all in the ball toss. You've got to get that ball up there, just like the set. It's really the same type of logic. There's a nice set there for Holmes, Tholen. Now Eigner goes deep. Ballard there to save it, and that is Ballard with it over. Now King was gonna take a big kill shot, but that set was off the mark, but she does get it to the back row, and Faith King unable to handle it. Gives Benilde their 11th point. Now they're down 2, and they're on a little bit of a run here as they try to get back into this game. Down just 1 now at 13-12. There's Lily Eigner, the sensational sophomore for Benilde. Jump serve, gets it over. Look at that serve, folks. Boy, Faith King really dove for that. leaving nothing to chance, and that just, look at that serve by, I don't know how tall Lily Eigner is. She might be 6 feet, but the angle of that serve was amazing. As you can see, Faith King hitches up, and now she goes deep on Faith King, but this one sails long. So King was cheating in there, as she should, because she couldn't quite get to that. And she was expecting Eigner, I think, to go right back to that same spot, which I would do until they stop it. But Eigner tried to go long, and Faith King, I think, maybe mentally forced her to do that. So nice job by Cooper as they find themselves up one with the serve. Ukstad serves, and this time King can't quite get that one as she's diving all over that back row. And now we're tied. So Benilde has crawled back into this, as Tholen will take a seat, and number 19 steps in. That's Danny Mergen, the senior, along with Brixius and King. So a formidable front row now for Benilde, but that serve goes long. Erica King, unforced error, gives Cooper their 15th point, which is all they scored the entire, no, they had 17 in game one, excuse me. And back to serve, number 17, Lamaya Irons. Eigner, nice job with the bump there, taking a lot off of it. King brings the kill shot. But there was an illegal hit, I believe. Say that again, Paul? That was a carry sign, so on Benilde. So 2-point lead again for Cooper. Back again to serve is number 12, Lamaya Irons. Goes deep, Tholen can't handle it, right at her eyes. So you gotta move your feet to get back into position. And now a 3-point lead for Cooper, and they are now just 8 points from the win in game number 2, and that does bring a timeout by Michael Becker, the head coach for Benilde, as he's gonna talk it over here. And this is a dicey part of the game as we look at Benilde's upcoming schedule and their past schedule. Just last week on the 7th, that was on a Saturday actually, we were at St. Louis Park bringing you that action. You can find it on YouTube and at ParkTV.org. During the week, we show replays of various matches from earlier in the year. And then they beat Kennedy 3-0, and now they've got Cooper. Then they'll go on the road to Chanhassen. We've seen Chanhassen against St. Louis Park. They're a very formidable team. And then the class of the league, or I should say the leader of the league, Chaska, they'll have them. And then they get Jefferson back at home, and then sections begin right around Thanksgiving time in a couple weeks or so. I'm sure we'll be bringing you a match or two. And now, following the timeout, we look at number 12, Lamaya Irons. Trying to close this out for Cooper. They came in with a 1-8 record, and they're on the verge of possibly evening up this match at 1 game apiece. And a miss hit there by number 2, Savannah Ballard. She tried to fake him out there, and a little bit of a sheepish smile. She feels bad as we look at number 1 checking in. That is Molly Voss. She'll go back to serve. She comes in for Josie King. So King primarily a front row player. Voss in there to cover the back row duties. There's Eigner playing both front and back row. Now Moss to serve. And they've got their work cut out. They're 10 points from the win, but Cooper is less, 8. That shot there taken by 19, Danny Mergen, and the point will go to Benilde on the violation by Cooper. And now Voss will serve again. 17-16, tight game here in game number 2. Voss, King, now Ukstad, and a chance for Voss, and Lervik smartly puts that down, and look at the smile and the good time she is having. The ball came up there a little awkwardly, but she took advantage of it right there. The set, the bump wasn't quite there, but she saw the shot. She kept her body away from the net, and she deserves those smiles there. She ties it up, and now Voss, big serve off the back row's King. And Benilde now finding their way back into this with a lead now at 18-17. The junior captain, Molly Voss, coming in off the bench in game 2, making her presence known from the service line. Another great serve. King dives. Now Ukstad. No, that wasn't King. Now King does. Diving for that was number 8. I don't have a name for her, unfortunately, but that's Ukstad. Now Holmes goes to that corner, but Tholen was there this time. Now Burnoff. Tholen again. Lervik to Brixius, and she tried to tip it, unable to get it there, and now into the net. I believe might have been number 19, Mergen, drew that whistle, and now we're tied at 18. Great game here in game number 2. Maya Holmes, number 13, and the Robbinsdale Cooper Hawks trying to even up this best-of-5 match tonight. Now Brixius brings it, blocking attempt at the net by Burnaw, along with number 2, Ballard, unsuccessful. And now Benilde edges up another point here as we look at the replay. Brixius bringing the heat. Kind of hit the net there, maybe took the timing off that block shot ever so slightly to make it ineffective. Now Voss, little head, and Lervik does it again. I almost want to say it's on purpose, but that bump attempt, I don't know if she's setting her up there for that or not. I'd love to interview her to find out, because that's 2 in a row. If not, they should intentionally do it because it's working well. Eigner brings the heat on the miss hit by Cooper, unable to control that bump, set up Eigner at the front row, and she made them pay, and now a timeout on the court by Cooper. Now they're down 3, Benilde 4 points from the game in game number 2. So what a turnaround as we look at Robbinsdale Cooper's upcoming schedule. And you can see just on the 9th, what is today? November 12th, so just a few nights ago. They got a nice victory, their first of the year. I'm sure that had to feel good, winning 3-2 against Hopkins, and now they are challenging Benilde on the road. And in 4 more nights, they'll host Kennedy, then St. Louis Park. We've shown a lot of their matches. They have a great team this year. I think they have at least 3 players that signed letters of intent to play in Division I, not all volleyball though. We look at Cooper's team, and they are hanging tough here, down 21-18. Good timeout, I thought, taken by Tierra Russell, the head coach for Cooper. They're in this game, but they've got to right the ship here as we look at Alexis Brixius, the experienced senior captain, with the serve. Now Burnaw on the back row, and that ball just goes out. Tholen, good judgment on her part, letting that go. That should be point number 22, it is. And now Brixius and Benilde, 3 points from the winning game number 2. Now Holmes will set shot it over, and a chance for Lervik, and she'll give it to, or attempted to give it to Mergen, but that ball, I thought again, that set was a little too close to the net, and that allowed Cooper actually to make a play on it. Or what it did is it forced Mergen to have to hit it in a way she didn't want to, and it got rejected by that wall. So now Cooper, and that is an unforced error, and that is regrettable this late in the game. And now Benilde just 2 points from the victory of game number 2, and into service Tholen as we look at Erica King and Eigner on the front row. There is number 13, Emily Tholen. Trying to get to game point here in game 2. King goes deep, Brixius is there. Now Lervik to Eigner, and we had a whistle, and I think Erica King was in the net, number 25, away from the play actually. That's what drew the whistle, or double, what was that, Paul? Double hit. I did not perceive that. So 23-20, Cooper still in this. Back to serve, number 2, Ballard. To the back row, that's Voss. Now Eigner from deep goes off the tape of the net, and the great placement shot by Lervik, and that's the 3rd time in the last several minutes. Number 14 has made a real heads-up play for Benilde, just sensing, and she just went deep. Look at, she saw that off the peripheral vision, and what great execution just to loft that over. Really well done by number 14. Anna Lervik, and now she'll have a chance to win the game on game 2, and unfortunately just did not get off the launching pad very well, and Cooper now just down 3, a chance though, but gonna have to play perfectly. Faith King gets it in. Now Lervik, back to Eigner. Little deep there again. Sets are not the best, and blocked at the net by King, but they called a violation against Cooper. That gives the 25th point and the win in game number 2 to Benilde. They win it 25-21. They take a 2-0 lead here in the best of 5. Come on back for game number 3.
Your story doesn't have to end. As an organ donor, the good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives through organ donation. Sign up to give the gift of life after you're gone. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will too. Sign up online today as an organ, eye, and tissue donor at organdonor.gov. It saves lives.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports production on location on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's. We are bringing you Metro West Conference Volleyball featuring Benilde-St. Margaret's hosting Robbinsdale Cooper. If you're just joining us, Benilde won games number 1 and 2. Easily game number 1 and game number 2 they had to come from behind, but they find themselves up 2-0 here nevertheless in this best of 5 match tonight as we look at number 2. That's Savannah Ballard, the sophomore captain, waiting for the high sign to get it going. Both teams are out on the court, and we are about to begin here. There's the whistle. Ballard to serve, and Cooper needs to win to stay in this match tonight. And she gets that in. Nice strong serve. Voss, no, that was Eigner, saves it. Now Ballard. Brixius to Eigner, and that ball was blocked at the net. So the point, no, it wasn't. So that ball went out, and that means point number 1 goes to Cooper, and Ballard will get another opportunity to serve here. 1-0 in game 3. Back row Tholen, nice job handling that. Now Eigner with the kill shot, and this one goes down as the block attempt by number 12 and number 5. Irons and Mento unable to handle Eigner's kill shot attempt. She gets the point, and we're tied at 1, and now she'll have a chance to serve. That's number 10, the sophomore, Lily Eigner. And that ball's a strong serve. King for Cooper. Able to thwart it a little bit, but a chance for Lervik, and the kill shot attempt by Scott is blocked at the net by number 5, Mento, and Brixius unable to handle that. It was a little low. So Cooper gets point number 2 and a 2-1 lead. Now back to serve number 3. That's Faith King, senior captain. One of their better players from what I could tell this evening. And Brixius with the kill shot. King goes to her knees to get it, and there is a violation, a technical violation against Cooper, giving the point to Benilde, and Shelby Scott will have a seat in to serve. Off the bench is number 13, Emily Tholen, the senior. And nice serve, gets right over the net with pace, but Cooper handles it, and nice shot there by number 13, Lamaya Holmes, as she finds her range again. She has really got that shot down there. She gets it in there. That's got to be the 6th or 7th point tonight. She's got that range down. It doesn't look like she's swinging very hard, but it's very effective how she hits that ball. And now 3-2 lead as that serve goes way long by Maritza. No, excuse me, that's Trofina Mento, the senior. And she'll be substituted in for after that serve, and the score is tied at 3. Substitutions for Benilde now. Lervick will have a seat along with King, and checking in is number 16, Chelsea Fox, the senior, and number 20 into service, Ellery Clark, just a freshman getting some experience tonight as they see their first action of the match. I am Robert Christensen, glad you're with us, and what a shot there by Cooper's number 12, Lamaya Irons, the senior, gives them a 1-point lead, and look at that set. See how high that was? Just gives her a chance to really bring all the power they can muster when that set is right where it should be. And when they're high like that, it just gives them time to get underneath of it and really execute a great kill shot. And that serve is effective as they play the I-beam, and they do save it. Home court advantage, I would say, there for Benilde. Although every gymnasium has those. And Eigner tries to save it, and they almost get it. Nice diving attempt by number 20, Ellery Clark. Definitely sacrificing her body diving for that when it was pretty much a lost cause. But you gotta love the never say die attitude in these athletes. Very inspiring to watch. As we look at that serve sail, way long. That's gotta be adrenaline, right? Lamaya Irons sails that long, but Cooper still has a 1-point lead. And back to serve is number 9, the senior captain, that's Alexis Brixius. And King will save it. Nice diving attempt there by Ballard as well, but a chance for Benilde, and that kill shot goes long on number 16. Chelsea Fox, the senior, unable to find the range, and that gives a 2-point lead to Cooper. And back to serve is number 13, Lamaya Holmes. So much like game number 2, Cooper hanging with Benilde early on, unlike game number 1, before let the victory slide out of their grasp there at the end of game number 2 to Benilde. And they still have that 1-point lead as that serve goes long. And now back to serve, number 19, Danny Mergen. There she is, number 19 to serve. And she eyes that one in there nicely, and Eigner handles that ball right on the net. Saw the opportunity, put it down. She gets congratulations from Scott and Fox, respectively. Now that serve at 6 apiece. Ball goes off Benilde. So nice play there by number 15, Micaiah Burnaugh, the senior. For Cooper gives them the 1-point lead at 6-7. And now back to serve, number 1, taking that far left corner position is Morgan Ukestad. Eigner will save it. Ukestad comes up. Ballard over to King. Nice save on the back row by 22, Izzy Safford, another freshman now into the match. I didn't catch her substituting in, and there's Safford again. A nice set to Eigner, and that was a beautiful set by number 16, Chelsea Fox. Gets it to number 10, Eigner, and yeah, she does what she does so well with that ball. Watch this, folks. Bang. See ya. 7 apiece. Back to serve, number 14, Anna Lervick. Holmes. Nice tip shot by Ballard. And it's saved. Chance for Lervick. That's a nice set for Eigner. Good save by Cooper. Scott. Tholen. Eigner tries to save it. Holmes now off the back row as Ukestad tries to save it. Well, number 8, who I don't have her name, can't quite get it. That would have been a heck of a shot for number 8. I would have had to dig up her name for sure if she had made that one way back behind the service line. But now the score is 8-7 for Benilde. Anna Lervick back to serve. There she is, number 14, having a nice night on the court. Now Burnaugh and Ukestad. Nice bump there by 22. I love how she moved her hips back out of the way to take the energy away from that ball so she could control it. Nice job there by Safford, even though it didn't result in a point for Cooper. I thought that was well done. Okay, now number 2 into serve, Savannah Ballard, the sophomore. She'll get that arm up there first. Keeps it up there while she goes through, I'm just noticing. And she gets the point on that serve. 9-8 now, Cooper. So tight game here in game number 3. She is Savannah Ballard, a captain, even though she's just a sophomore. See how she keeps that arm up there? That's to make sure she's accurate. You bring that arm down and you bring it up, you may not be as accurate. Kind of like tennis, they teach you want to keep that racket up there the whole time. And now another point for Ballard and Cooper. 2-point lead here at 10-8. Cooper needing this win to stay in the match in this best of 5. Tilt now, Lervik, nice set by Lervik there. And Eigner brought everything she could, but meeting her match at the net for Cooper. Look at this, folks. Just getting enough on it. Number 5 there, she claps. Trofina Mento with a great play there to thwart Eigner. And all that power. 3-point lead by Cooper, and Ballard is really having a run here, and that set is just off. Scott saves it. Now King will go to the left corner. Eigner struggles to keep it alive. Now King will deliver the kill shot. Now Burnoff back to Faith King. I don't think there's any relation there, but you never know. And the point will go to... I know there was a violation. I gotta learn these hang signals. I'll do my homework one of these days and know these rules. Okay, now Eigner, so forgive me for that. Now Eigner into serve, down 2. As we are nearing midway point here of game 3. Nice lean to the right by Faith King to save that, but a chance for Josie King. And the block at the net goes out of bounds. And now Benilde is within 1. Lily Eigner to serve again, there she is. Keeps that hand up as well, as I noticed. That's good fundamentals, I'm sure. And I think number 5, Mento for Cooper, was in the neutral zone, I want to say. She hit the net, neutral zone. Thank you, Paul. Yep. Okay, now Eigner. Tied at 11. 4 bones up there on the scoreboard. 11-11 for you numerologists out there. Now King. Couldn't get everything on it. Saved in the back row by Holmes. Now, Ukestad gets it deep. Nice job by her. Short set. Scott blocked at the net. And they're going to give the point to Cooper. As there was a violation, and there's Faith King. She'll go back to serve. Up 1. Goes deep. Tholen. Eigner. That was a nice sequence, but right there waiting for Brixius at the net. I believe that was number 12. That ball was a little ahead, and she just timed it right on the near sideline. Number 12, Lamaya Irons, and that brings a timeout from the bench of Benilde and Michael Becker. The first-year coach wants to talk it over here. His team with a 2-0 lead, but now finds they're down by 2. Almost exactly like game number 2 as we look at the regular season standings here. And there's Chaska atop there, 8-0 and 8-1 overall. Jefferson, 7-1, 8-1 overall. Then Park, Chanhassen, and Benilde. I've seen all those teams except Chaska. All the teams except Chaska so far, and I think that the standings are representative of the strength of each of these teams so far. I think it's a real accurate reflection. I think there's not a lot of difference between some of these teams. I think they're all very competitive. Benilde, St. Louis Park, Chanhassen, Bloomington, Jefferson. Jefferson and Chaska are probably at the top, then St. Louis Park, Benilde, Chanhassen. Okay, now Faith King with a 2-point lead after the timeout. Let's see if it has any good effect for Benilde. Now Lervik to Brixius, brings the kill shot. What a nice dive by Ukestad. Now Marcy Holmes goes deep and struggling with Tholen, but she saved it. And the point goes to Cooper. I think that was a double hit. 3-point lead. And number 3, Faith King, the senior, back to serve. And the knuckle ball, Tholen, and she goes back and forth for Lervik. That was incredible. It's like bumper, what am I thinking of? Pinball machine, back and forth. I've never seen a sequence like that. And the point goes to Cooper, and the senior, Faith King, is on a roll here. 4-point lead despite the timeout, and Benilde did not look ready as King brought that serve. And doesn't matter though, as Josie King, with all that talent, number 17 on the right side, brought the heat right here. Look at, I call that top spin heat because you can see the ball actually start to dive down like a curveball or a sinker ball in baseball. And right there, taking advantage of that unmanageable bump shot was number 19, Danny Mergen, right here. She couldn't quite, that was Holmes, couldn't quite control it, and right there, concentrating on it was Mergen for the point, and now Benilde's within 2, and serving is Eigner. Holmes goes for that deep, lazy corner, and Tholen was there. Now Brixius with the kill shot, but that sails wide right. And the lead goes back to 3 for Cooper, and they find themselves 9 points from the win here in game number 3. And they've got a winner. They go home tonight. Oh, what a great shot by Lervik. That's the 3rd time she's done that tonight. 4th time, I would say. Twice close. There was one that went deep. So Lervik really making her presence known with that great heads-up shot. Very smart player, number 14, Lervik. And now she'll have a seat, and in to serve off the bench, Ellery Clark, the freshman. Alongside her, checking in again, Chelsea Fox. And they will try to even this up at 16 on a couple nice serves, but there's a well-placed shot from the middle row of Cooper. Eigner dives for it. So court coverage an issue here for Benilde, I would say, on defense. Just positioning, which was, I thought they struggled a little bit with that against St. Louis Park. There was actually some discussion, and it just seems apparent that went off King off the back. I don't know if it would have made a difference had she tried to reach for it or not. I think it was more of a reflexive move, but they have a 2-point lead, but most importantly, Cooper is just 7 points from the win. And now Brixius, the senior, very experienced captain, very talented player. We'll see if Benilde makes their move here, much like they did at this juncture in game 2. And at the net, that kind of play isn't gonna get it done though for Benilde. That was a little bit lazy, unintentional. As Brixius will have a seat. Coming in for her is Izzy Safford, the freshman, and back to serve for Cooper with a 3-point lead is Lamaya Holmes, the junior, and she gets it to Tholen. Now Eigner with the kill shot. Ukstad, nice job saving that. That was beautiful by Ukstad. And that ball does not quite get there. Bernal was there for Cooper, but she didn't have to do anything but make sure, and now it's a 4-point lead. There's King with the nice touch. Good dive there by 20, Clark, but not enough. And now Cooper is 6 points from the win here. Can they keep it together long enough to win this game 3? Now Lervik, back to Eigner, and that ball was blocked at the net, out of bounds. Point, I believe, will go to Cooper. And they have their largest lead of the night of any of the games. 5-point lead, 5 points from the victory. Can Cooper have the mental fortitude to close this out? What a serve there by Holmes. If that answers any question, that was the sharpest serve by her all night long, folks. That thing had spin on it. It was direct line, and it dove down, and that was a heck of a serve at a big time here for Cooper. They're 4 points from the victory in game 3. Trying to stretch this. That ball, though, goes wide right. So after one of the best serves I've seen all night, she struggles on that one. 5-point lead, but they're just 4 from the victory. Now into serve is number 19. That is Danny Morgan. Now that Josie King, Mergen Nice save in the back row. And nice dive by Ukstad, and now they'll try to find the soft spot, and she did. Oh my goodness, Savannah Ballard with a big time play there. Because I did not see the soft spot because it wasn't very apparent, and it was only a small soft spot, but she found it perfectly. Now into service, Ukstad, 3 points from the victory. And boy, Cooper really starting to put the hammer down here, showing some great mental toughness. Not that the moment is too big for them to get a win here on the road and extend this to a 4th game. Now, Morgan Ukstad gets that ball in. Now Eigner with the kill shot, and she says, not yet. 23-17. And substitutions now coming back in. Josie King along with Lervik to serve. So a lot more experience back on the court here if Benilde can come back and pull this out for the sweep. Lervik to begin that assault. Now Branagh a little off the mark, and there's point number 1, 23-18. This is exciting. Can Benilde make a run and eke this game 3 out? Lervik gets that ball in, back to Holmes, now Branagh, and there was Tholen ready. Lervik to King with the kill shot, and she delivers. Great execution by Benilde, and they're beginning their comeback. Now down 4. Watch this beautiful set behind, I want to say behind the back, but I guess how would you say that? Over the head? Behind over the head? Great set there by Lervik as she came up from that service position, now going for her 4th point. But still dicey. They're down 4, and Robbinsdale's just 2 from the victory. And that set was just off. King did a nice job adjusting to keep it alive. Now Faith King, Tholen saves it. Lervik to Eigner. Couldn't get everything on it, just good enough to save it and get it over. Now Ukstad, King, Lervik back to King. Blocked at the net, and what a play by Mento, number 5, at the line, giving Robbinsdale Cooper the serve and game point in game number 3. That was spectacular because King gave all her might into that shot, and it should have been down for a kill point. But boy, there was Mento there to block it right back and use the power against her. Now Branagh, game point for Cooper. Eigner trying to thwart it, and she does. She staves off game point number 1, and now she'll come back to serve. But boy, they got their work cut out for them. They've got to rally 4 points in a row. They cannot make a mistake. Cooper waiting for the serve from Lily Eigner. Game point number 2. Branagh, Lervik, Tholen tries to get it over and gives it right to Mento, and she deserves that game point win shot there because she really stopped King on that other one, and Cooper wins game number 2, 25-20. 2-1 lead in games for Benilde. Come on back for game number 4.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are at Benilde-St. Margaret's High School Gymnasium, bringing you Metro West Conference Volleyball, featuring Benilde and Robbinsdale Cooper. If you're just joining us, Benilde got off to a nice start, winning the first 2 games, but Cooper steadily getting better as the night goes on. Won game 3 after staving off a rally by Benilde, and we are about to begin game number 4. Cooper coming in with a 1-8 record, Benilde with a 5-5 record. about to begin here. As you can see, the scoreboard person sitting down there with the hat and the statisticians. So we're about to get underway here. Benilde will serve first. That is Anna Lervik, the sophomore setter extraordinaire. Gonna start it off here in game number 4. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're joining us. We're streaming live on YouTube, or you can see these replays on YouTube or at ParkTV.org. And just taking our time, getting ready here. I'm not quite sure what we're waiting for. You can see the official there. Oh, another substitution. That's the part I don't understand. Got to do an investigation. So they put in Shelby Scott, and then they come out, they're about to play, and then they do a substitution. So I don't know what that's about. There must be some good reason. One day I'll find out. Okay, Anna Lervik in to serve. Game 4, up 2-1. Burnoff. And the kill shot there by number 12, Irons. And that ball out of the net. The first point goes to Cooper. Now back to serve. That is Faith King. And she'll deliver the serve into the net. So not a great start, not what they wanted, as we're tied at 1 here in game 4. And now Lily Eigner, the sophomore sensation. Very talented player, Lily Eigner, as she drills that ball, and King mishandles that. So rough start here for number 3, Faith King. Now Eigner. Up 2-1, and that ball just sails long. So a little lack of concentration here. So we've been going for an hour, almost hour and 20 minutes, so fatigue may play a role here. We'll have to keep an eye on that, as that is Trofina Mento, who finished off game 3 for Cooper, and Cooper gets that point as there was a violation at the net on Benilde. Here's that replay. I'm not sure what the violation was. Is that a double hit, maybe? Hard to tell. Brixius with a nice bump, and she'll get the return set, and King saves it. Back to Benilde as Brixius does another kill shot, and she finds the corner, and that was spectacular by number 9, Alexis Brixius. She's been a little quiet tonight, I'd say, overall. But not on that shot, for sure. Tied at 3, game 4. Lervik goes deep, and it goes long. The lines person was right there on top of it. Made a very decisive call. Now into serve as we get the ball way underneath the tables back there. That's number 12, Lamaya Irons. With a 4-3 lead, Brixius. Lervik, not a great set by Lervik. And Shelby Scott was in the net, or maybe King. But a misplay there by Lervik, so struggling there with some of those shots. Gives Cooper a 2-point lead. This is the 3rd game now in a row after game 1 that Cooper has gotten off to the lead early. Benilde came back in game number 2, but they were unable to catch up in game 3, and so it's a dangerous precedent, I think, if you're a Benilde fan, to allow a team that comes in 1-8 to get that kind of confidence. When a team is 1-8, you want to put them down and keep them down. You don't want to give them any false sense of hope, but that's what they've done here in game 3, and so far in game 4 is Cooper has a 1-point lead here as Brixius finds it. And now she is stepping up her game here in game 4, in my opinion. 2 nice kill shots by number 9 for Benilde. Evens it up at 5. As they retrieve the ball. And back to serve, and into play here is the junior captain. There she is, number 1, Molly Voss. tough player, especially in the back row and at the service line as she delivers that nice hard serve. Now Branagh to Holmes, and she'll go for that corner. Tholen was ready for it this time. And Scott trying to find the middle soft spot there on the defense for Cooper. Holmes, though, tries to find it short. Now Voss gets it ahead to Brixius, and her third kill shot results in another point. So that's 3 in a row for Alexis Brixius, and it's critical that she gets it going, and there she is right there. And now there's a 1-point lead, and 3 of those points are because of Alexis Brixius. Now Voss back to serve. So goes Brixius, so goes their team, it seems. They need her to play well. And now it's tied at 6. Now number 13 back to serve, Lamaya Holmes, the junior. There she is. She's having a good night as well. Both teams playing very well. And that ball finds the upper tape, and it doesn't sneak over, gets rejected. So point for Benilde, and there is Alexis Brixius into serve. Goes deep. Holmes just barely got part of that. I thought it could have been an illegal hit, possibly. Now Lervik to Scott, and Holmes unable to handle that, and Scott with a really strong kill shot there. There she is, number 15. Shelby Scott, a junior. And Lervik with a nice set there, perfectly placed. Allows Scott to put everything on it with the right angle. Now a nice play there by Ukestad. Off the rebound, off the net, and you can tell she saw that soft spot and was able to deliver, giving Cooper their 7th point, and she'll now get the opportunity to serve as well. Down 1 in game 4. Deep to Voss. Now Lervik, the short set to Scott, trying to double it up there. They just connected on that last time. Now Lervik, this time to Eigner, blocked at the net by Mento, number 5. And boy, she is starting to assert herself on defense at the net, number 5 there in your screen on the right side. She single-handedly, she didn't win the game, there's a whole team, but at the end of that game, she was spectacular. And there she is again. So she is on fire right now. Trofina Mento, the senior, gives Cooper the 1-point lead now, 9 and 8. So back and forth we go here in game 4. Cooper trying to stay alive here and force a game 5, and that ball goes long on Morgan Ukestad, the sophomore, and now we're tied at 9. And in the serve is Tholen. Shelby Scott will take a seat. Very competitive match here. And Tholen into the net gives Cooper a 10-9 lead. And now number 8 will have a seat. We don't have her name, unfortunately, and in comes number 12, Lamaya Irons. The back to serve is number 2, Savannah Ballard, the sophomore. And that is a nice serve, but Voss handles it well. Lervik tried to find the soft spot, but not this time. And Faith King will try to get it deep. There is Brixius to Lervik. Now to the near side to Eigner, and that time Mento can't get the block. She's been poaching those out of the sky the last several minutes, but not that time, as Eigner gets the best of her. We're tied at 10 in game 4, and back to serve as Josie King checks in there is Lervik, and she'll waste no time. Gets it to the back row to Ukestad, now to Ballard, to the near side to Faith King. And Benilde struggles, but does handle it. Brixius gets it over. Now a chance again for Faith King, and this time on the other side. Oh, I thought that ball looked in. Let's get the replay. It may have been long. That's just why we have replay. Let's see. Oh my god, oh, just long. Great camera angle, great camera work. It wasn't long by much. 11-10 Benilde. Now the serve again by Lervik. And Tholen stayed home on that shot. I would say Emily Tholen saved that point. It'd be easy to hinge over, but she stayed home. She was hidden. You can tell Holmes was going for that near side, but nice play there by number 13 in the red jersey, Emily Tholen. Gives Benilde a 2-point lead, and now a 3-point lead by Lervik. And And she'll serve again as she's brought now Benilde to a 3-point lead. They haven't had a 3-point lead in at least a half an hour. And this could be the beginning of the end for Cooper. We'll see. There's the dig shot. King saves it. Now the set a little off again by Lervik. She's pointing at herself. She knows it. She's going, my bad. Got to get better. She's just a sophomore. She's got a great talent there, Lervik does. Great instincts. Just needs to work on those sets. They tend to go into the net just a little too often. And that serve. But really nice player, having a great night. Brought him in, and now she brings him in more. Now it's a 4-point lead for Benilde. They give that point to Cooper. Sometimes I cannot tell. Looks like it's going to go to Cooper. So 14-11. As Anna Lervik does a nice job. Now Faith King back to serve. Goes deep. Brixius unable to handle that. And I felt she needs to move her feet just a little bit more. Kind of like playing basketball defense. You play defense with your feet, which is what you're doing when you're receiving these balls. Got to move your body with your feet. All right, so you're in the best position to handle those tough serves. And Eigner unable to dive and get that. She was a little out of position to try to get that shot. Not that she wasn't in the right position, just couldn't quite reach it. And now Faith King in to serve again. Down 1 at 14-13, and miscommunication between Eigner and Brixius. Lack of initiative there on the back row. So Cooper now ties it up at 14. And both teams are just 11 from the victory in game 4. Now Lervik to Eigner, and that ball into the net. And Benilde, I don't know, they just look a little tired. Just lacking a certain precision here, allowing Cooper to stay in this match. And clearly the inferior team is Cooper. Let's see here what happens with King. And that ball goes long, and now Cooper has a 2-point lead on the road here, trying to even the series up, and a timeout by Benilde Lervik. And we'll have to see what he might say to their team here. They definitely do not want a game 5. You can see Eigner talking to an assistant coach here. Coach Michael Becker addressing the team. I wish we could hear what he's saying. Be interesting to know, just as volleyball fans, what the message is. This is the first-year coach. Last year's coach retired. I think he'd been here quite a while. I know he had a daughter. I forgot his name, but he had a daughter that was a senior, and obviously she graduated. And that might have been what allowed him to want to retire. But meanwhile, Coach Michael Becker talking to his team here. There's Molly Voss trying to get the enthusiasm going. She's clearly a leader on that team. And she gives the clap, but she'll come to the bench. And now, following the timeout, Faith King back at the service line. I think this is going to be her 3rd or 4th in a row. We'll see if the timeout stops the momentum. There she is, the senior Faith King, number 3. And here's the serve. Tholen, nice job there at the back row. Now King was gonna take a big shot, but she saw the soft spot and got that ball to hit the court before Lamaya Irons could get there, number 12. So nice job by Becker with that timeout, thwarts the momentum, gives Benilde a point, and now they have the serve, and back to serve is Chelsea Fox, the senior, number 16, there she is. Gets that ball in. Ukstad to Ballard, I should say, and that ball will be a point for Benilde, and they tie it up at 69 points now from the match. And that ball into the net gives a 1-point advantage back to Cooper at 17-16, and now back to serve the star of game number 3, Trofina Mento, number 5, the senior. Gets that ball in nice and deep, and unable to handle it very well was Chelsea Fox, unfortunately for Benilde. giving Cooper now a 2-point lead here, and they're 7 from the winning game 4 and evening this series up at 2 apiece. Mento for her second serve, just gets it across the net with a little bit of serve, and Benilde Lervik fights that ball over the net, and that was just pure strength there, just to get enough on it, as that ball basically felt like it had a mind of its own, climbing over the net into the soft spot, bringing Benilde back to within 1, and now Erica Lee into serve for Benilde, and that ball goes off to the right, and now we're tied again at 18. And number 25 will serve again. Erica Lee, just a freshman, a 9th grader out there. But serving well here late in game 4. Nice bump there by Fox, and King delivers. And King could not stop it. I wonder if that ball might go long here. Let's see if we can eyeball it up as King comes right in, and I think it might have gone long. But sometimes when that ball comes right at you, there's nothing you can do to get out of the way, as I think might have been the case there for Faith King, number 3 for Cooper, as she picks up the ball. And the service goes to Cooper, and that is Maya Irons into serve, number 12. And they do reverse the point, and they give it to Cooper. So Cooper with a 1-point lead and the serve, down 2-1, trying to even it up here. Brixius and Lervik, and another dink shot or a soft shot. I'm trying to find the right phrase to, I don't know if dink shot is appropriate, maybe soft shot. But Lervik has been doing that all night long, and she ties it up here at 19. And now into serve is Molly Vostas Jr. Clearly a leader on this team, as well as she is a captain, and that ball goes long. Unforced error at a possible critical time here for Benilde. Now Marcy Holmes, number 13, Lamaya Holmes, I'm sorry, up 1, 5 points to go from the victory in game 4. Voss, Lervik to Brixius, and she gets that one to go down. And this time I thought that was smart by Alexis Brixius. It seemed to me, it felt like she took something off of it, which was nice, because if she brings all the power, then that just allows the block to work that much better. You can tell she just took a little bit off of it, and that totally negated the block attempt by Cooper. Very smart play by Alexis Brixius. And now she'll go back to serve with a 1-point lead, and now Benilde is 4 points, not only from the game, but from the match. See if the senior can close this out at home. And to give Benilde a winning record on the year, they're 5-5 coming in the night. Nice shot there by Fox. Now Faith King goes deep, and it goes long. 22-20 Benilde now. And a timeout by Cooper, which is to be expected by Tiara Russell, the head coach. Good time for a timeout there, as Benilde is 3 points from the victory, but just a 2-point lead they're hanging on to. As we watch the sideline and the bench for Cooper, there's Faith King, number 3, one of their better players. Next to her, number 1, that's Morgan Eukstad, just a sophomore. There's the coach there in the vest. As the team is listening intently here. Hawks just have a 1-8 record, winning their first match just this past Monday against Hopkins. And it would be something for their season if they could get a win here on the road against 5-5 Benilde. It would really turn the Cooper season around, in my estimation, and give them a whole lot of confidence going into the last part of the season, into the sections. But here comes Brixius for her 3rd service in a row. Now Faith King brings the kill shot, but blocked by Scott and Lervik. Over the net, Tholen to Lervik. Back to Fox, and her kill shot goes into the net, and now the lead is just 1 for Benilde. And back to serve for Cooper is Morgan Eukstad, number 1. So good timeout taken there by Russell, the head coach for Cooper. thwarts the momentum of Benilde. Now Lervik gets it over. She didn't mean to do that. It appeared to me by her mannerisms. Now Scott gets it over. And number 8 on her knees saves it for Cooper. Now Lervik will go for that soft spot, but this time Ukstad's ready for it. And Faith King brings the kill shot, blocked at the net. Ball still alive. Voss, Lervik to the near side to Fox, blocked at the net. Now Lervik back to Fox again and just blocked. And it goes out. I didn't see where that ball landed, but I think they're going to give the point to Benilde. Watch Lervik back to Fox again. This time it gets blocked, and it didn't make it over the net. From my angle with my naked eye, I couldn't tell. Great camera work there. And now it's 23-21 as Emily Tholen chases that ball down. I don't think they're substituting balls to try to prevent the spread of the virus. So they have to chase those balls down, just like playing in your backyard when it goes into the bushes or across the street. And now we're at 24-21, and it's game point. It's also match point for number 13, Emily Tholen, and Benilde. She gets it in. Ukstad to Ballard. Back to Ukstad. Tholen, nice job there. Fox goes long, and that was sailing long, but Holmes felt she had to hit it anyway, and it goes long on Ukstad. And there is your 25th game, match, set and match point to Benilde. They win game number 4, and they win the best of 5, 3-1. So for Paul Broden, our producer, everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.